Honor to you, Sarah. Welcome to the Magus Guild Hall. I realize that our presence here in the temple is unconventional, but I'm afraid that our former hall was razed just recently. One does what one must, yes? Have you come seeking membership? Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join. It's a pleasure to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanis will be pleased. We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes. We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members, and from time to time projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself. Vanis Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success. We are neutral in the war between the three alliances. While many of us here in Davin's Watch hold true to the Dragon Banner, when we're on guild business we kneel to no king or queen. That's why you'll see members of every race in our halls. Excellent. Welcome to the Mages Guild. I suggest you begin by talking to Velast, our mistress of Incunabula. She's in the stacks on the floor below, and often...
You must be here to learn the craft, yes? Your alliance covers my considerable fees, allowing me to impart my knowledge at no cost to you. If you prove yourself, I'll certify you as competent to fulfill crafting writs. Crafting writs are daily requests for crafted goods. You must be a certified crafter to fulfill them. Prove you know what you're doing, and I'll certify you. I'm authorized to train and certify provisioners, alchemists, and enchanters. If this interests you, we should begin immediately. Certainly. Please specify. Food and drink. Anything that warms the belly, reinvigorating body and mind. If you choose to learn this art, I will impart the culinary knowledge I acquired over the course of decades. Potions of all kinds, the subtle art of mixing reagents can produce rather unsubtle effects. Glyphs, food and drink, anything that glyphs to empower weapons, armor, and jewelry with magical properties. I can teach you how to wreath your axe with flames, or give cloth robes the strength of iron. I suppose I should mention Millilith. She certifies blacksmiths, clothiers, and woodworkers, if you're into that sort of thing. But that's uncharitable of me. She's a true master of the material crafts.
Finally! I was beginning to think you'd never show up here. Glad to see that my calculations and speculations proved correct. I assumed you'd eventually show up here, and as usual, the Great Mage was right. Now, come closer. We have much to discuss, you and I. I recently received a message that was apparently meant for you, from an oracle. It came to me in a most unsettling manner. Anyway, I determined the chances of meeting you here, and there you are. Saves me the trouble of crafting a message stone. Well, I was about to portal to Alinor for a proper meal, but since you're here now, we might as well discuss that message. It came from Mariv, an oracle of the weird. I usually avoid soothsayers, but Mariv possesses a genuine talent. Down to the last syllable. Her predictions are open to interpretation, but what she said made me uneasy. A web of trouble. The island that went away, 3 dark princes, and your name. After that, she stopped responding to my projections. It means you need to find the oracle and make sure she's all right. I enchanted a small boat to take you to an isolated part of Bankarai, near her last known location. And take this medallion of summoning. Use it to call upon me if the need arises. As it so happens, the Great Mage knows a great deal about a great many things. What else can I tell you before you go? Uneasy? I don't believe that's the word I used. Nevertheless, her prophetic verses tend to be loquacious and hauntingly beautiful. This one was terse. It mentioned trouble of some sort, a vanishing island and dark princes, probably Daedra. Well, trouble could mean almost anything, though nothing good. The island could refer to Artaeum, the home of the Psijic Order. It disappeared more than 300 years ago. And I have heard rumors about some sort of Daedric alliance. You'll have to take that up with the Oracle. I suppose you figured into her vision, or whatever it is that spawns her prognostications. If this message came from anyone else, I'd say it was some sort of ruse. Mariv, however, is the genuine article. Oracle Mariv belongs to the Weird, a sisterhood of witches that revere the natural world. Mariv started receiving visions at a young age. Over the years, she has provided the Mages Guild and the Psijic Order with warnings we could act upon. The usual sorts of dire predictions. Most recently, Mariv foresaw the deaths of Kings Fulbert and Tamriel. She has an unusual knack, an ability to see into other realms as well as into possible futures. Makes her useful to the Psijic Order. Believe me, I tried. Mariv has always been a loner, even more so than her fellow Wirises. She said she had more to do and that you would come to save her. So get to it! Go save the Oracle! Then get her to tell you more about her vision. Surely you can puzzle that one out on your own. It will take you exactly where I told it to go. But the magic isn't permanent. Best get a move on. You don't give you the... What? Do you think I have a boat in my pocket? That it folds up and fits in your backpack? Ridiculous! It's nearby on the docks. I'll mark the location on your map. I did get the name the Oracle provided me with right, didn't I? I've magicked the medallion so that you can use it to call me to your location, provided the need is great and I'm not otherwise occupied. Be sure to save it for a special occasion.
Yes, that's just in line with the third law of arcanodynamics. Excellent. Well met, Adept. I believe I may have a task for you. New members are the lifeblood of the Mages Guild, especially for retrieval missions. I've received word about a possible store of ancient knowledge in a ruin nearby. I'd like you to retrieve it for me. West of here, on the coast near Ash Mountain, lies a Dwemer ruin, the Inner Sea Armature. If you please, investigate the ruin and bring back any interesting books you can find. The Inner Sea Armature is a dangerous place. Tread carefully, Adept. I am the master of Incunabula, the keeper of tomes. I've come here to inspect the local Arcaneum, the Guild's library. I've dedicated my life to expanding our Guild's knowledge. Standards must be kept. We have ears everywhere, Adept. An intelligence report fell into my hands that mentioned these tomes. We are neutral in the war for Cyrodiil, and proud of it. That doesn't mean we don't take an interest when the hidden armigers notice something. The intelligence arm of the Ebonheart Pact. Rumor is that there used to be an alchemy group from within House Telvanni who jumped ship. Now they answer to King Yoren personally, and the Aid only knows what they get up to. I don't know. It's always a delicious mystery cracking open a book for the first time. They could be anything from ancient recipes for stew to high arcana, even racy journals penned by elven poets.
I'll have his heart. Stranger, I'm bold to ask, but have you met a man named Denthis Ramori in the neighborhood? My worthless apprentice. He stole one of my spell books. Unfortunately for him, I am no fool. That book is protected by a ward invoking, Arche or Akatosh. I imagine he regrets taking that book. Why? I want my spell book back, and I want to flay him alive. You can search for him, or his brother might know where he is. Dethys favors the tavern nearby. Oh, and please, don't mention the flaying.
Ah, excellent. You got my message. Apparently that little creature isn't completely useless. Banekin can be such children. I hope you've nothing pressing. We could be here a while. I can't be strutting around the city wearing my imperial regalia, can I? Your concern about my fashion sense is touching but irrelevant. I've called you here for a reason. If we are to determine a course of action, we need more information. By now, it should be clear your prophet Emperor brought these catastrophic events upon us. Everything that transpired is his fault. Granted, Menimarco can be very persuasive and charismatic when he wants to be. We all believed him when he said we could change Varen's bloodline with the Amulet of Kings. You saved Varen's life when you rescued him in Cold Harbor. In return, he lied to you about his true identity and his part in causing the Soul Burst. He manipulated you from the very start. Perhaps the better question is, why don't you blame Varen? Varen wants to assemble a new group of companions in the vein of the original five. Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his. Superstitious nonsense, but he is quite correct on one point. We need to find Sai Sahan. In the chaos following the Soul Burst, Sahan stole the Amulet of Kings and fled the Imperial City. We're going to need that relic, and he is the only one who knows its current location. He was captured by Menimarco's agents and taken to an undisclosed location. We need to find out where he's being held. Menimarco keeps his most secret documents at Knife Ear Grotto in Deshan, inside a hidden lair of Daedric cultists. We must travel there and search for clues. Head to Knife Ear Grotto in the eastern mountains of Deshan. I will meet you. If I can endure Titanborn's inane prattle, I can survive your assuredly erudite elucidations. Proceed. Well, if you must pry. I am Chancellor to the Elder Council and Overlord of Nibene. But of all my titles, the greatest is my family name, Tharn. We are the greatest of the noble houses, with seats at the Imperial Court for countless centuries. Politicians, a grossly inadequate word to describe our duties and our legacy. The Tharns have a storied history of advising kings and emperors that can be traced back to the First Era. We understand the ebb and flow of power. Ah, there's the rub. With my untimely defection, my family will likely be divested of its holdings. The name Tharn is probably being stricken from every document in the Imperial archives as we speak. I detest being on the wrong side of history. Don't sound so smug about it. This is a setback, nothing more. By allying with you, I will liberate the Empire from Manimarco's grip. The Empire is all that matters to me. I will do what I must to ensure its survival. Clivia, she is comfortably lodged in Manimarco's pocket, along with my nephew, Jabard. I doubt they've given my disappearance a second thought. Ah, fair Clivia. My charming girl grew to be a ruthlessly ambitious woman. I taught her well.
Ja! Ja!
Card sharps and collectors, test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute.
Ja!
Your future, Oracle Witch!
Is it over? Don't come any... Oh, you're not one of those Daedric monstrosities. First these Daedric aberrations and now you? What trouble has Oracle Mariv dredged up this time? The Great Mage? That doesn't surprise me. He's always had a peculiar fascination with Mariv's talents. My sister prefers her solitude, but we come by occasionally to check on her. When I arrived, the Daedra were everywhere, but Mariv wasn't here. Interesting. I noticed fresh ink on one of her parchment sheets. I think she was writing something when the Daedra appeared. This vision must have been special to attract the attention of those unnatural creatures. Perhaps, but there's no evidence of violence here. No, I think she sent her message and escaped to a place of safety. Probably the old weird site in what is now the mines of Chorus. It's a good place to hide. Seek Mariv there. Be careful. Those old mines may be abandoned, but that doesn't mean they're empty. Meanwhile, I shall tell my sisters what occurred here. That can be misleading, either full of jewels or full of rotten fish. Anything valuable in there? My eternal thanks. good?
The summoning worked perfectly, as I knew it would. I assume you need my assistance? You decided to utilize the Medallion of Summoning. Very well. Then you might as well tell me how the search for the Oracle goes. Let me see that. A little too familiar a greeting for my taste, but the Oracle always follows her own path. Ah, clever Marie, very clever. She left us a secret message and hid it in plain sight. It's all in the turn of phrase. Messages, elements, ritual, proper order. It makes perfect sense to someone who knows her well. The weird revere nature and the elements. We need to perform an elemental ritual to receive the message. Look for items that represent the elements. Air, earth, water. I'll find the prepared ritual site, and you place the items in the proper order. That should do the trick. A little ostentatious, but I suppose that's part of being an oracle. The weirds draw power from the earth bones. A pure gemstone. You don't get much closer to elemental earth than that. A cup of water. Well, that's disappointingly obvious. Mari, what's that? A feather? Wait a moment. What's light as a feather? Air! Weird rituals aren't complicated. Just place the items in the proper bowls. Something is happening.
Master Varnus, is that you? You're the one I saw in my vision. I knew you'd be able to puzzle out my clues. But listen, I haven't much time. The Chaos Bringers, they caught me. They're taking me to an Iliad ruin somewhere in Auridon. Bawan, I think they said. Look, they'll be back soon. I have to tell you about my vision. It concerns Somerset and Artaeum. Somerset, the green and pleasant island of the High Elves. Artaeum, the vanished home of the Sigic Order. Both are caught in a dark and terrible web. I saw it. My visions. They aided the Sigics in the past. Now, other servants of the Dark Princes. They want to use my gift. Get me to reveal the location of Artaeum. You need to help me. Bawan, they're taking me to... Oh no, they're coming back. Hurry. Remember Bawan.
That sounded... not good. You really should make haste and get to Bawan. The Oracle... No. This affair has taken on a completely different meaning. If Artaeum and the Sigic Order are involved, and I need to keep the Mages Guild out of it. What happens next falls on your shoulders. You'll find Bawan on Auridon's west coast. Somerset is the ancient home of the High Elves. I was born and raised there. Mariv's vision suggests a threat to the island. There are people I need to warn. As for Artaeum, it's the home of the Psijic Order. It doesn't currently reside on Nirn.
The island vanished 350 years ago. The Right Master hid it in some pocket plane for who knows what purpose. I studied at the Kapora Tower during my time with the Order, but Psijic magic was too flashy for my taste.
I've done more than enough. My break from the Order and the subsequent formation of the Mages Guild has never sat well with my former teachers. If this involves the Psijics, I won't do anyone any good by insinuating myself deeper into this affair. I have my suspicions. They're obviously connected to the Dark Princes that Mariv mentioned, but beyond that, I don't think they plan to harm the Oracle, at least not immediately. They have something more insidious in mind. Probably the same thing everyone wants, to get her to reveal something they want to know. And I'm concerned it might involve the Psijic Order. Mariv's abilities allow her to unveil hidden things and find lost places. Places such as Artaeum. The Psijic Order is a monastic society that follows the old ways of magic. I belonged to the Order myself back in the day, before a disagreement over another member led me to break ranks and form the Mages Guild. We no longer see eye to eye. Mariv not only sees into the hidden places, she has a way to contact them. It allows her to communicate with the Psijic Order's Right Master. I assume that's one way the Order keeps track of affairs on Nirn from wherever it is they hid their island. Because they might be able to use her to locate Artaeum. At least, that's my working theory. I will alert the Mages Guild of Somerset about the threat, and then go to the Guild Hall in Skywatch.
what kind of trouble we getting into. Come on, I'm so curious.
From the side! weren't expecting that.
This way. Please, this way. Hurry. Wait, don't go. Please, help me. Surprised to see me? Huh, so were the Sea Elves. I didn't even have time to say Mage's Guild before they killed me. And now here sits poor old Betty stuck because of that stupid bet. I made a bet with my friend Angrel. We're both adepts at the hall in Volkilgard. I bet her that I could find more relics than she did in a 2-week span. Right. But the worst part is, I think I'm stuck like this. I put a pile of gold on the wager and we sealed the bet with a spell. A binding contract spell. Until I can win or lose the wager, I don't think I can move on. Would you? That's unbelievably kind. You'll be 3 times blessed in Aetherius. I should warn you, Angrel's something of a terrible person. And sincerely, thank you. Thank you.
Dallas realm, Oracle.
I'm gonna show off a little. I was just getting started.
The court of Bedlam admires tenacity, but only to a point. A willing sacrifice. Very well. Step forward and die.
You! From my vision, time is short. Mephalas?
Sorcerer.
Always said I should visit Skywatch one day.
I'm gonna show off a little. did you find? Let me see.
I hope I helped.
We'll deal with you. The court of Bedlam admires tenacity, but only to a point. A willing sacrifice. Very well. Step forward and die.
Sorcerer!
You! From my time as Mephal's? said I should visit Skywatch one day. I didn't get a chance to thank you for what you did.
They have a kind of rhythm to them, and it's just a matter of learning the steps.
Even though I sometimes see faraway places and future events, nothing can ever be truly certain. I knew you were coming to rescue me, but that didn't alleviate my fear. I thought I was going to die in Mephalah's realm. Thank you. As an oracle, I can connect with other times, other places. I sometimes use that ability to converse with the Psijic Rightmaster, to keep him informed of events on Nirn. Mephalah's agents tried to use that connection to locate the hidden island. No, you arrived in time to stop them. But it was a close thing. The portal was nearly attuned to Artaeum's location when you set me free. And once again, the visions that haunt me came to pass. I have no idea. Just because I can sense the island and reach out to communicate with the Rightmaster doesn't mean I actually understand the magic they use. I'm a Weiris, not a Psijic. It's somewhere else. That's all I really know. Oh, everything I saw remains true. The Dark Princes continue to circle Somerset like vultures around Carrion, and they still crave Artaeum and its secrets. Your presence will play a pivotal role in the outcome.
Not that I was overly concerned, but I see you were able to retrieve the Oracle. Care to tell me what happened? Mephalah. She must be one of the 3 Dark Princes in Mariv's prophecy. You stopped this attempt, but I fear Somerset and Artaeum are still in danger. Because of the connection to the Psijic Order, I have to tread carefully. The Rightmaster, we don't exactly see eye to eye. You'll need to go to Somerset. Determine if the threat Mariv foresaw is imminent or a worry for another day. Yes, the Ultimar have a few peculiar notions. But, as luck would have it, I heard that Queen Irene has just issued a decree to open Somerset to immigrants and visitors. That's the perfect excuse for you to investigate the island. We'll show Mariv the hospitality of the Mages Guild and make sure she's fully recovered from her ordeal. Then I'll make sure to get her back home. Thanks for your aid in this matter. Now, get to Somerset and do it.
Adventuring with you really keeps a girl on her toes. You're getting stronger all the time.
A few of my colleagues are anxious to meet you, Mariv.
I suppose. After I examine your garden and collect my thoughts, if that's all right.
Of course, Oracle. Come inside whenever you're ready.
go do something exciting.
The system of inter-evocative hermetic harmonic resonance...
Stars above, more interruptions? Is this important? I'm monitoring a very delicate experiment right now. Yes, I am. I'm sorry, have we met before? Your face is unfamiliar to me. She's given up, hasn't she? I knew that little mouse couldn't keep up with me. I already know where I'm going to spend her coin. I'm going to buy dead. Well, that's too bad for her. She just lost. Wait, you spoke to her before she died? Or after? I guess I'll just console myself with her gold and the taste of victory. Betty, I recognize that you've lost. I release you from our contract.
You're going to use my coin to buy a gown? Wait until you get to Aetherius, Engril. You'll have me to deal with again.
You're just jealous of how good I'm going to look.
ready, card sharps and collectors. Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute.
Kya!
Are we going to race?
What can I do for you? Valdem sent you, didn't he? Well, my brother robbed us both. We were supposed to share its secrets, but he ran off toward the tower. Joke's on him. I think Valdem changed the warding incantation to Arkay's Beard.
What? How? Oh, right. Praise Vivek. Thank you for releasing me. I'll run right to him and explain. By the way, I have an amazing idea for a spell that makes everyone else around you smell better. It will change everything.
explain once more why running was the best idea? Does it matter? If we can't light a simple fire, we may as well head back.
I love harvesting runestones.
Ja! 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 Ja!
Nicely done.
Filthy goblins! Stole my wine!
This is a damn disaster!
The savior of Davon's Watch and the Virak Siegebreaker. Thank Vivek you're here. Kraganmore has been taken. Tarnval Indoril entered town at the head of his personal vanguard and demanded an audience with the Grandmaster. Now the vanguard patrols the streets. They command in Kraganmore. I don't know, but when he came out from talking to our Grandmaster, he was in charge. Our house elves and slaves alike are terrified. If you want to help, please speak with our Grandmaster. Maybe he'll listen to a new voice. Please speak to the Grandmaster. He's sure to listen to the hero of Fort Virak. Everyone who wants to ascend the Tormented Spire must speak to the Grandmaster of Kraganmore. House Drez controls access to the peak. It's an ancient site of magic and blood. Drez holds a magical pattern for a key, a mystical focus that allows you to pass the veil protecting the spire. Only with the key can one make the climb to the summit.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You are trying my scales, aren't you?
Surely we can compromise on the matter.
Remember, Grand Master, the urgency of our business.
As you say, Captain. As you say. Who are you? What gives you the... Oh. The hero of Fort Virac. Honor to you and your house. What brings a war hero of the Ebonheart Pack to distant Kraganmoor? I would be more welcoming, but today important matters distract me. Apologies, but the Vanguard demands my attention at the moment. If you have further questions, and I'm sure you do, speak to my Seneschal.
Quickly, friend. Over here.
Caution, stranger. Speak quietly, lest one of the Vanguard hear us. Tarnvil Induril and his Vanguard stopped here on the way to the Tormented Spire. At first, the Grandmaster refused Tarnvil access to the mountain. Then Tarnvil snapped. He ordered his Vanguard to take the Grandmaster's son hostage. Tarnvil has lost control. He must be stopped, but first, the Grandmaster needs help. Nadra Slaw upstairs will know more. Go, and good luck.
Honor to you and your house. What can I do for you? No, we'll need to take the information from the Vanguard. As I see it, you have two options. You could sneak into their barracks here in town, or you could assault their... You'll need a disguise to appear as one of the Vanguard. The sentry at the door is turning everyone else away. Once inside, try to stay out of sight. Speak to Kasha. I hear she might have what you're looking for. The Vanguard set up camp east of town. When Tarnvil went to the spire, he took most of his troops with him. Those left behind won't like someone just wandering in. They're spoiling for a fight. Excellent. What have you decided? Good luck. Beware their blades. Even the inexperienced members of the Vanguard are deft swordsmen. Once you've found what we're looking for, get back here and report to Danu. Of course. I'll tell you anything I can. Tarnvil Induril left them behind after his talk with Grandmaster Drez. Our Grandmaster is the only one who can grant access to Tormented Spire. He must have agreed. Tarnvil went that way. It's an ancient site of blood, magic, and power. Sadal, the brother of strife, is held prisoner there. We think Tarnvil wants to use the Coral Heart to free Sadal. He would unleash the monster on the Daggerfall Covenant. Each great house has its sphere of influence. Would you begrudge the Hlalu their merchant contracts? House Drez has done much to help civilize the less fortunate races. And besides, we are now forbidden to enslave our pact allies.
You call yourselves soldiers? Yeah.
Don't mess. Street kick.
The look on your face. You've discovered where the Grandmaster's son is being held? Truly? The honored dead of Kruggamore have been interred in those tombs for centuries. They were built to honor the Daedra in the time of the Chimer. Well done indeed. That tomb complex will be well defended. Take care. The tomb is buried in the mountainside. There's a tunnel that will take you right to its entrance. You can find the tunnel by leaving Kruggamore through the western pass.
treasure? I've been waiting to try this spell out. Risk free. Want to die?
the flank!
Oh yeah, that felt good. Nicely done!
Who are you? What do you want with... Thank the three. Look, I know just how to get out of here. I used to play in these tombs as a child. Follow me quickly back to the city. I owe you one. Out safely, I see. Thanks again for your timely aid. Together we've begun the liberation of Kraganmore. Let's get to my father. We'll run these Indoril out of town.
My son is free, and my hands are unbound. Now, the Vanguard will learn the price of them. Accept the thanks and esteem of House Drez. Now that my son is safe, I entrust the second key to Tormented Spire to you. Use it. Stop Tarnval in... I will always be in your debt for freeing my son. Yes, the Vanguard made the error of taking advantage of my noble house. I want that error corrected. Grandmaster Induril appointed his senior aide to command the Vanguard. I believe the man's name is Captain Dunveril. Kill him. That is the price of affronting the Drez.
You have the gratitude of Sendrez, my new friend. I'd raise a goblet of wine with you, if there was time, but there isn't. Father's given you the key then. Excellent. I'll make a mark on your map. You should find a cave there that leads to the path up the slope. There should be 2 ward stones at the entrance, each attuned to a constellation. The Atronak and the Tower, if I recall. The key should allow you to disrupt those stones, and any others you encounter on your journey. 3 guide your steps.
Let's go fast.
This is a bad time for Crogganmore, traveler. Are you here on business? Oh, don't we all?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the fight, my friend. This mountain's been rumbling for hours, and we're stuck out here, blades in our hands, and no one...
So, did you get the key from the Grandmaster at Kraganmore?
Now that you're here, he'll take the fight to the mountain. He's already inside. After he disabled the ward, Walks in Ash managed to get some troops inside. The ward came back up almost immediately afterward. Damn that old dark elf. Shore's bones. What would we do without you? Bring down the ward and I'll lead the boys in. These ward stones are the only thing stopping us. Disable them if you can. I've been better, my friend. Tanvel and I have been shield brothers since the war, but Kain saved me. I might have to kill him to stop him. I don't want to think about it.
Our allies have broken through. Press the attack!
The storm rages, but here I am, out of the rain. How goes the battle, my friend? The old protective wards have been restored. We swim against a current that is too strong. Zuth, you're the sun on my scales. The first ward is beneath the ruins just ahead. Other wards are in other ruins, along the approach to the spire. Go.
amazing!
come to stop me. Thank Vivek you're here. Daedra, down in the caldera. We tried to push past them. We failed. I'm lucky to be alive. I know that now. Sadal summoned the Daedra the moment we arrived. Even with the artifact, I can't control him. One final ward remains. Your key won't work. To disable the ward, you'll need to slay an ancient gatekeeper lurking in the caldera. Summon her at the ritual bowl below us. And listen, I am sorry, my friend.
gatekeeper is the only thing standing in our way. You know why, my friend. The death of my son, Garin. I couldn't bear it. Vivek knows. When I was younger, I had trouble with my anger. It still plagues me. Yes, I should have known. The destruction near Darvan's Watch, my dishonorable orders to the Vanguard, my shame at Fort Virac. I will never be able to atone. I'm sorry, my friend. final ward down, the way is clear. Fortunately, Walks in Ash has restored some measure of my strength. Yes, by Vivek. Sadal is trapped between this realm and oblivion. With the final ward down, his prison is vulnerable. Now we can strike. We'll undo the mistakes of House Indoril. The mages who first imprisoned Sadal linger here. The portal to Sadal's realm will not open without their aid. I believe they are angry with me. Speak with them, my friend. Perhaps you can earn their trust. One awaits you on the platform in the center of the caldera. Vivek walk with you.
You bring chaos and destruction to our ordered afterlife. Why are you here? You intrude where you have no place. You weaken the rites it took dozens of mages to craft. Are you insane, mortal? Perhaps. But spell casting of this magnitude requires planning, patience, and perfect execution. You persist. Very well. We used 3 focus stones in our binding ritual. Obtain the focus stone of flame from the southern rim of the caldera. Mind the lava. You look quite flammable. Perhaps you aren't as short-sighted as that arrogant Indoril Grand Master. Seek out the spirit of Levisi Gilvain. She was with us during the binding of Sadal. She waits for you now on the stairs above the caldera.
Blood pumping, right? You're dangerous, huh?
What do you seek, mortal? Trial and error is the essence of spellcasting. Many attempts are necessary before a spell succeeds. Some never succeed. We shall see. I'll teleport you to the top of Caldera. Simply retrieve the focus stone at the back of the nearby cave. You'll need to follow the spells we took to contain Sadal. Are you ready? This is the path you must take to bind Sadal. I find myself almost impressed, but before the way to Sadal's prison opens, there is another test. My colleague guards the final focus stone. Are you ready?
You again? Again, I find myself talking to you. Very well. As you've already seen, completing a complex spell requires precision. Controlling the ebb and flow of magicka is the heart of spellcraft. The cave behind you holds the final focus stone. To reach it, you must understand the ebb and flow of magic. You represent all living mortals here. Try not to embarrass yourself.
Bet they weren't expecting that.
Your results? So you do. Unlike the Grand Master, you've proven you can act with planning, patience, and courage. Now, with our aid, you can reforge Sadal's bindings. We'll return to the caldera. Place the foci around the caldera platform. The other mages and I will take it from there.
You've done it! Holgun, Walks in Ash, the Vanguard, and myself will follow you into oblivion and beyond. Garin trusted you. Only wish I had done the same. A word with you before we enter the portal. We're here because of me. So many have died. I've shamed myself and my house. There's no guarantee we'll survive what comes next. Whether we do or not, you must promise me something. If I survive, I'm resigning my position. After me, Holgun is to be the commander of our forces in Stonefalls. The houses will have to promote another Dark Elf to my old position. Until then, Holgun is the only one I trust to safeguard the Pact. Hold the portal. We don't want to be trapped here.
Weaklings, you think to enter my realm?
Pretty confident, isn't he?
Burn! Burn in flames!
Those poor creatures. May their souls find soft mud wallows.
Kind preserve us. Another ward. Can you open it?
Looks like it's just us. Stay close.
Lovely.
Fire will consume you! The needs are naught but dust and ash. Now you will join them. Scorch! Scorch and melt! Stone falls will burn!
Stand clear of the flames. Coral Heart can break his shield. Defend me!
Protect Tanvel. Don't let them reach Tanvo.
Summon the Guardians. I'll open a portal. Time to get out of here. Safe. I would prefer. The Brothers of Strife are imprisoned. The storm is past. The spire is silent again. It is over, at least for now. He returned to wisdom at the end. Holgan will grumble, but he will lead. At least until the great houses choose another. As for me, I must return to my tribe. I will bask in the sun and try not to think of storms. Stay moist, my friend.
Honor to you, my friend. I had to say farewell. The honor of my house has been restored. Stone Falls is safe, and soon, Garin and I will be side by side. May the three watch over you.
My shield brother is gone. He died as well as anyone could. Let's return to Kraganmore and drink to his memory. He what? Can't take him, wherever he is. I'm sure the old bastard is laughing at me. Imagine, leading the military here alone. I suppose I should thank you, my friend. Without you, well, I hope to see you again before we meet at Sovngarde.
Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
I can't believe this. I just arrived from Deshan. Dethisum sent me. Perhaps you've heard of him? He's the consul for the town of Circamora, the Cirque. I'm here to spread the word and warn people about the Lodos Plague. It is a terrible sickness that is ravaging the Deshan countryside. Look, I need to send word to my cousin Dandri. You can find her at the Cirque. Can you take this letter to my cousin? Thanks for your help. Make sure you tell my cousin that I'm all right. If you head south, you won't be able to miss the Cirque. Tell her I'll return home as soon as I'm able. Bandits. They robbed me, roughed me up. But I'll live. And a few bruises won't stop me. I have a plague to warn people about. I wonder, though. One of the bandits had a Molborn recruiting letter. I saw it sticking out of his pack as he beat me. Dethisum doesn't trust them. Neither does his sister, Arona, as far as I can tell. They do appear to be too good to be true. But they claim to be able to cure anyone afflicted with the plague. That's why they set up the quarantine at the Cirque. Neither had I. Not until they showed up on our doorstep. They seem to be some kind of altruistic society dedicated to helping the afflicted of Morrowind. Now that I think about it, they did have an awful lot of weapons for a group of healers. That's pretty bad. And people all over the region are getting sick. And they say that the plague turns the afflicted into monsters. The town consul, Dethisum, sent me to get help and warn other settlements about the plague. Well, truth be told, you're the first person, other than the bandits I've run into, and the afflicted heading for the Cirque. There's a lot of them. Word of the... That's what the Molborn claim. They showed up at the Cirque and set up a quarantine. They're offering their curative to anyone who wants it. But Dethisum isn't convinced they're telling us the whole truth.
because my eyes reminded people of the warm embers of a fire. I think fires are much prettier.
Is it done? Is Captain... It is well. You've proven the strength of my great house, and you brought my son home safely. I now name you the Hand of Drez, and offer you my aid, should you need it in the future. To their friends, the Drez are generous.
My scales are dry with disappointment. You are correct. The Dark Elves of Kraganmore do not swim in the River of Humor. I came here to delve into a nearby tomb, but the soldiers prevent my entry. I heard a whisper of a sacred Dark Elf performance. Those who performed it splashed in the River of Humor, and the Dark Elves laughed. If you tread the dust of the tomb, will you seek the right for me? Don't eat any cooked trode, Lukiel. Just tell me everything you hear about the sacred performance, and ignore anything you hear about a secret society or a death sentence. Rumors say the performance required precision. Performing it incorrectly was punishable by death. A mysterious order protected the right, murdering anyone who performed it without care. Of course, I'm sure those are just rumors. Ja! Ja! Ja!
Try to spell out.
Ewok.
Race?
Who knew that so many afflicted would flock to the Cirque? All these people, they're so sick.
A letter from my cousin. That's wonderful news. I'm glad to hear he made it to Stonefalls safely. Thanks for bringing this to me, friend.
There you are. It's about time you got here. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you to arrive for days now. Hold on. Are you all they sent? Didn't the Tribunal send you? Well, no matter. I'm just glad you're here. This is Circa Mora, the Cirque. The Lotus Plague reached us right before the Malborn arrived. They claim they're here to help, but I don't trust them. In all the confusion, I'm embarrassed to admit that I lost track of my brother, Dethisum. He's the town consul. Yesterday he went to check on the townsfolk afflicted by the plague, but he's disappeared. Can you help me find my brother? Someone in town must know what happened to Dethisum. He loves to visit and chat with all of our neighbors. Come on. The sooner we find my brother, the sooner I can start thinking about dealing with the plague. Oh, by Vivek! Where are my manners, of course? That's the least I can do since you agreed to help me find my brother. What would you like to know? As the ranking member of House Redoran in this town, he's more or less the one in charge. He's good at it, too. The townsfolk look to him for leadership and advice. And truth be told, so do I. The Malborn. They're a fairly new sect, as far as I can tell. Part mercenary group, part compassionate charity. They've been helping those afflicted by the plague. They showed up here and set up a quarantine, and now they claim they have a cure. They have members from across Morrowind, and they're always looking for new recruits. I heard one of them speak in Kraganmore. A lot of nonsense, if you ask me. Nostrum Breva is in charge of the quarantine, and she's the one handing out the curative. As the ranking member of House Redoran in this town, he's more or less the one in charge. He's good at it, too. The townsfolk look to him for leadership and advice. And truth be told, so do I. You haven't heard about the Lotus Plague? People get sick, turn violent. Some claim they become monsters, but I haven't seen it. At least not yet. The Malborn have a cure. They promised to fix this. That's why we let them set up their quarantine.
Need something?
Look out, everyone! Tamriel's best duo is back!